From Tatooine to Mustafa, the best of the Outer Rim, it's the one and only Star Bazaar, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Bazaar. Today we are continuing our Battlefront 2 Best Hero and Villain Loadout series. The last two videos were all about the best star cards you should be using in the hero modes, so if you missed either one of those episodes, you can find them linked in the description below. In this one, we are going over which star cards are the best for the heroes in Galactic Assault. Like I said in the last two, this is only my opinion and how I set up my heroes. There are some awesome card combinations that exist, so if you use something a little different than my setup, feel free to share what that is down in the comments. But with that, let's check out what I think are the best loadouts for the heroes in Galactic Assault, starting with Luke Skywalker. Luke's loadout is very offensive and focuses on his Force powers. Cleansing the Darkness is a must. It's Luke's health on kill card and is absolutely necessary for staying alive and getting long kill streaks. Extended Push Reach makes a comeback from his HVV loadout, making his push a very dangerous ability to standard infantry, which it can one-shot. I'll follow up with Stronger Repulse to give that move some more range as well. I find these cards to work best for Luke because his Force powers just don't have the range without them. Push should be one of your main weapons, and Repulse makes a great combo with the Rush ability. Knowing your targets are in range is just one less thing to worry about, and I find this loadout complements Luke's rush in, rush out playstyle very well. Having been trained by Obi-Wan and Yoda, Luke is very defensive with great stamina conservation, but that doesn't mean he can't brawl when he needs to. For me, this loadout capitalizes on Luke's powers and turns him into an offensive beast. After her brother comes Leia Organa, and the first card I run on Leia is High Spirit. Being able to recover more base health is almost more useful than getting health on kills, so this card is absolutely necessary for staying alive as long as possible. Being able to recover 350 health is huge, and when you pair this with For the Rebellion, her health on kill card, Leia becomes difficult to take down. The final card is Laser Brain, giving her secondary fire some bonus damage. This is very deadly on long-range maps like Hoth and Crate, since it lets Leia one-shot most infantry and can even target starfighters. The lock-on for the shot is very wide too, making Leia and Laser Brain an easy choice for Galactic Assault. Her other abilities should not be ignored either, since the Flash is powerful, the shield useful for protecting teammates and objectives, and the E11 Rapid Fire can clean up anyone getting a little too close. Han Solo rounds off the original trio, and his first card returns from his HVV loadout, Airburst. The bonus damage from this card is just too good to pass up, so it always finds its way in my loadouts. A good blaster is his health on kill card, there for long kill streaks and getting valuable health back, and the last card I run is Heavily Modified Blaster, which lets Han fire his pistol a bit longer before it overheats. This replaces Sharpshooter's Calm in his HVV loadout, but if you like using his Sharpshooter ability, having that card equipped is fine too. Han is all about dishing out damage, and he has all the right tools to do that. He can attack from range or up close, making him a versatile hero, and one that you should always think twice about before challenging. The mighty Chewbacca is next, running bonus health as his first star card. Chewie has terrible health recovery, making him tough to use in Galactic Assault, so having more health is important. Even more important is getting it back when it's lost, so Groundbreaking is there to get him some health with Charge Slam kills. His last card is Slammed, which boosts the damage of Charge Slam to enemies within half its radius. This is for one-shotting heavies, which the Slam cannot do on its own. I think alongside Phasma, Chewie is one of the worst heroes to pick for Galactic Assault, and it has everything to do with his poor health regeneration. He's a Wookiee who can't take a hit, but he can definitely dish out the damage all the same. His Furious Bowcaster's recharge time was buffed in a recent update to allow for more frequent use, so that should be your main weapon. Equipping Echoing Roar may be a good idea for that reason too. Lando is next, and just like Chewie, I run his bonus health card Hot and Cold for some added armor. I make full use of his Sharp Shot ability in Galactic Assault, so Wide-Eyed is great help in targeting the more far-off enemies. Without it, I found the range to be just a little lacking. Easy Wins is his last card, to get some easy health back every time you take someone out. This, in combination with Sharp Shot, is awesome since you can get several kills at once, getting back a lot of health each time. This makes his middle ability the best way to not only get kills, but also to recover. His Disabler is still his most powerful weapon though, even though none of the cards boost it. Using it to trap heroes and get health back is a great strategy, even if I'm not a fan of the stun abilities in Battlefront 2. Rey Bebe is next. As a survivor from Jakku, Survivor is the first card to run on Rey, to get health back with each kill. For the other two cards, I like to buff her Insight ability as best as I can for Galactic Assault, so Farsight is there so I can see enemies from way far off, and Focused Sight is for the added duration, which also grants Rey unlimited stamina while Insight is active. If you're playing on a map with tight corridors or narrow choke points, Damaging Strike is another card to consider to get the best use from her dash. In general though, buffing Insight is the way to go since it removes you from the radar and lets you sneak up on all your enemies. The unlimited stamina is also one of the most powerful aspects of Rey's ability, so this is why my Rey loadout revolves around Insight. Finn is next, and his first card is Covert Leader. It's not the best health on ability kill card, but it is there if you're hurting. The real focus of this loadout is Finn's Deadeye ability, which becomes a powerhouse when you run Stay Calm, which increases the active time with each kill, and Raise to do one thing, which lets you target enemies further away. He isn't my favorite hero to use on most maps, but he definitely excels in a few, and if you get the chance to use that Deadeye on a group of enemies, you can rack up some of the most satisfying kills you'll ever get in this game. The aimbot is strong, but so is his base blaster's damage, which should not be ignored. Big Deal is always there in case you need the extra buff. Saving our two Clone Wars heroes for the end, Master Yoda is second to last. Enduring Presence is back from his HVV loadout. I love this card because it makes it so Yoda almost always has extra health, which is not only good for himself, but also for the teammates he buffs with the ability. Yoda should never go without a third dash either, so Agility is a staple card for my Yoda loadouts. The last card I like to run for Galactic Assault is Release the Force, Yoda's health on ability kill star card. Unleash is how Yoda heals himself after taking damage, so if you're going for big kill streaks, you're going to want this card. Unleash can be a bit tricky to use. It works best in narrow choke points, but it can't one-shot enemies unless it is charged up by absorbing blaster fire. This is why Yoda is one of the best bets on maps like Naboo or Death Star 2, where fire is concentrated down a single path. His small size makes him hard to hit too, making him a very powerful hero against infantry. And finally, ObiWan Kenobi. Jedi Resilience is the first card in his loadout, giving him the ability to recover an incredible 400 health after taking damage. This is the best the light side has to offer, and combining this with Jedi General makes a safe Obi-Wan player very difficult to take down. The final card on his loadout is Forward, and I like using this card because it turns his defensive rush into an offensive one-shot nightmare for enemy infantry. It can't one-shot heavies, but Obi-Wan's base 130 damage lightsaber attacks can clean them up nicely. Like Yoda, Obi-Wan is another hero best played in tight choke points like in Death Star. If you can use your defensive rush down a hallway and hit several enemies on the way, you've got yourself a few nice easy kills. This is a pretty offensive loadout for Obi-Wan since it turns defensive rush into one of your main weapons. It's a lot of fun though, and brings out the best of Battlefront 2's newest hero. And those are the best loadouts for all the heroes for Galactic Assault. Again, this is my opinion and what works best for me, but let me know what you think about these loadouts and if you're planning on trying any of them out for yourself. If you have another combination you like using, feel free to share it down in the comments and share some knowledge with your fellow player. That is the whole goal of this series after all. I appreciate you all stopping by the bazaar. If you're a new viewer, I hope you consider becoming a subscriber for more Battlefront 2 videos. And if you missed the first two episodes of this series, again, they are linked in the description below. That's going to do it from me. This has been your boy, Turkish Delight, and I will see you all out on the battlefront. Peace.
How you doing, you old pirate? We have full system control.
I'll be your host tonight on this magic carpet ride. My name is hard to pronounce, so call me Turkish Delight. I'm killing the track with all the homies on the mic. Hope they don't mind the hopeless self-promotion into motion tonight. The mixtape dropping soon, probably in mid-June. Just in time for summer and all of the available poon. In the meantime, I'ma roll it up tight. The food is on my